What is up? Welcome back to Softcore History. I am your host for the week, Rob Fox, joined, as always, by Dan Regester.
Always a pleasure to host my good friend Robert Fox.
In your home.
In my sweet abode.
Beautiful, wonderful home. How you doing today?
My one-bedroom apartment.
What do you need more than one bedroom for? It's a big apartment.
Yeah. We do it from my couch.
Yeah. Big living room, bigger kitchen.
You can see directly into my apartment, though, from the common area at my apartment complex.
Yeah.
So I wonder, they see the lights on, hanging above my TV.
They just think it's an OnlyFans
Just wondering what
setup.
I'm doing, yeah.
No, it's an OF setup.
They think I'm spreading my cheeks.
Yeah.
Showing my whole...
I feel bad for the family that lives below you on the first floor because one of their kids' bedroom is just like a glass door on, like next to a walkway.
The slider, yeah.
Yeah,
They
like-
keep it open because their dogs always come running out to bark at you.
That's a nightmare. And they're not young kids either, so they're like in high school. So they're like beating off like with just a thin pane of glass between them and the public.
It's only a 2-bedroom apartment as well, so
their
mom
share-
gets one.
And the two kids get the other. I noticed that too. So that's an extra masturbation nightmare.
Yeah.
I couldn't live like that as a 15,
You got nowhere to go.
16-year-old.
Honestly, they probably go out to the pool bathroom. That's definitely the cranks like shed.
I hope so. I hope it is. You have the smell of like a hot chick that lives here still wafting in the area.
I suppose. No one's really hit the pool. It's been a little chilly, but it's almost pool season. We're about to pop top soon.
We
Getting ready.
almost back. But yeah. I hope people look in here and think your production is what you're producing is disgusting.
No, one of my friends that lives here, Carson, I see him at the dog park all the time. He'll be working out at the gym when we record sometimes. He'd be like, yeah, dude, I see you getting after it.
See grind.
I see you not necessarily grinding, but just talking into a microphone.
Yeah. Like shit. What's up?
What's up, Carson?
What's up, Carson? We got a fun one today. If by fun, you mean like a series of horrifying details.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I have a pretty horrifying episode for the Patreon.
Patreon.com/softcorehistory.
2 additional episodes every week. Drop Wednesday, Friday on the lower tier, and then we got a sports show on the upper tier.
On the up tier. And more importantly than that, though, of the 2 episodes a week thing, a 4-year evergreen back catalog.
So much content.
It's all history.
We've talked about this. Like, the amount we research and write
It's too much.
doesn't click in our heads. And we're like, oh, damn, we've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
We're out of topics.
Yeah, I feel that way. I've felt that way for a year and a half.
No, I always stumble upon something
There's
new.
always something.
And, of course, I'm in my Ottoman phase right now, so
We doing more Ottoman stuff today?
we're doing Vlad.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
So,
boy.
Romanian stuff.
We should. We'll talk
Sort
about
of
it
Ottoman.
at the end of that Patreon episode. Let's decide whose episode was more disgusting,
Okay. I like that.
because this one's pretty good.
And I know that you wrote this episode with a sponsor in mind, but the sponsor didn't come through.
Well, they came through with the product.
Yeah, we got it behind you.
It's. I'll shout them out now, just to shout them out.
Give them a freebie.
I'll give them a freebie. The Presadius Watch Company sent us a watch, Pacific Theater themed
It's right behind you. Why don't
watch.
you
I
grab
got
it?
the box behind me. It's still boxed up. I'll do an unboxing on like social as well, but it's really sweet, and it's like kind of based on the watches they wore. Plus, it's got like a little map of like the Pacific Theater on the face, and so it's a really cool watch. They hit us up to do this, and I was like, okay. And they sent the watch like a week and a half ago, so I was like, well, I guess I'll do it this week. And then I checked my email, and I was like, oh,
No copy.
They didn't send any copy yet, so I just
Maybe they want us to riff like this.
they do, I think, mostly want us to riff, but what I'm afraid of is that there's a code
Yeah.
that I won't give because I don't have.
Use code CRANKSHED.
But the Presadius Watch Company is really cool. It's Praesidus Watch Co. You just Google them. They have a bunch of actually military-themed watches from like World War II and stuff like that. I was checking out the website earlier. It's awesome. Highly recommend checking it out.
Oh, we don't need a full read.
I know. Even before I give you a code whenever they send it. But check it out, pick out what you like, and then use the code later. But anyway, we'll get into this episode. So I wrote a Pacific Theater themed episode because that's what they wanted. So now we're going to get 2 in the next month and a half.
There you go.
But that's fine. Pacific Theater's full of...
It's right up your alley. I mean, your grandfather served there.
One of my 2 grandfathers, the other one was in Europe in the Battle of the Bulge, and my grandfather, Robert Edward Fox Sr., was in the Philippines in the Pacific.
We've covered this in great detail. The Battle of the Bulge was a film. It wasn't actually war.
It was just 8 men wrestling each other to see who got the bulge.
All oiled up,
Yeah.
ready to go. Out by a pool in L.A., the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah. No wonder he never liked to talk about it.
No.
I always thought it was because he saw some shit.
I
Well,
just
he did.
imagine it was the scene from Boogie Nights,
Which one?
just out by the pool.
Yeah. The scene that always sticks with me in Boogie Nights is the one where he just walks up on 8 people standing around watching his wife get fucked.
Yeah, William H. Macy.
Yeah. That's my favorite character.
Blows his brains out.
Poor guy.
Sorry if I spoiled that for you.
Yeah, it's
an old movie.
30-year-old movie at this point.
Is it? Damn.
Almost, for sure. It's the 90s, like late 90s.
I know. Time just doesn't hit anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Waiting for the grays to fill my beard.
I'm waiting for a beard to grow. Never will.
I'm just going to let it go for the both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep growing it.
I got to say, I do respect your beard because when I'll scroll Facebook a lot of times and I'll see just old people I know, like from life. And there's a lot of real dog shit beards,
bad beards.
in terms of care. I mean, I'm just talking like a carpet of pubes just hanging down, a curtain of pubes.
Well, what's popular in Delco, where I'm from, outside Philadelphia, you get this beard growing all the way down your chin and neck, but then you kind of trim and maybe even get rid of the mustache, almost like you're from Dagestan. It's like, is he from Dagestan, 2 to 3 years, and forget, or is he just Delco trash?
Yeah.
It is the later.
Hard to tell until you hear the accent, I guess.
Probably sound the same.
So,
Same amount of English
Yeah.
can be spoken.
yeah. One thing we've always said on this show is that the Pacific Theater, just an absolute nightmare. As far as American wars go, that is number 1 worst place to fight. I put it above the Civil War and Vietnam, which are the other 2 that I would probably put close to it. I think
It's comparable to Vietnam.
it's comparable to Vietnam, but I still think this is worse. Partly because the enemy was more near peer.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, they were on our level.
Yeah, and also like crazier. Even though the Vietnamese, God bless them, they were crazy, but the Japanese were just another level of insane. And actually, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Well, we've done some Japanese war crime episodes before.
We've done the Siege of Manila, which was horrifying, and we also did what was my favorite one,
The episode where they got eaten by alligators.
crocodiles. Yeah,
crocodiles,
saltwater
that's what it
crocs. Yeah,
Of course, alligators only in Florida / Louisiana.
China. No, there's some in China.
Are there?
There is a type of alligator in China, but it's specifically the saltwater croc because those crocs are fucking enormous.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just getting chomped up. Ramri Island. Highly recommend checking that episode out. It's one of my favorite ones.
With Boosh.
With Boosh,
I remember it was with Boosh.
I thought Boosh would enjoy that one.
Yeah.
I thought Boosh's alley.
And that was when Jake was still with us.
Yeah,
He just skipped the week.
he did. So I think the Pacific Theater was also... you could probably still rank the Eastern Front above it in terms of worst fronts to be on. But in terms of... the Eastern Front was mostly in terms of just like the armies. The Pacific Theater was... I mean, I guess the environment too. I think I'd rather fight in the cold than the jungle. But
Dude, fuck the cold. No, you wouldn't.
you think you'd prefer jungle?
Yeah. Give me humidity. Give me the bugs. Give me the snakes. I don't want the cold.
I learned, this episode isn't about this, but one thing I learned is that a lot of soldiers had to be taken off the front lines in the Pacific from a debilitating, I guess, illness. It's really more of a skin situation they got. Tropical acne. Just acne so bad that it like was crippling.
It's fine. Take that over frostbite
All right.
every day of the week.
Fair enough.
There's a reason I moved to Texas.
That's all.
I fucking hate the cold.
That's fair. One thing we always like to also joke about is that how the Japanese almost ate George Bush.
Age of W.
Yeah. And that's not an exaggeration. They almost ate George W. Bush. So what I came to find out was that...
Maybe they knew they were time travelers. They had to stop HW from eating a baby,
Yeah. It was eat or be eaten.
allegedly.
Yeah. Get that they wanted his adrenochrome. Mm-hmm. He was a 20-year-old at the time, young blood. But what I came to find out is that instance of cannibalism, and we're going to talk about that incident, it was and not a one-off. The Japanese often ate enemy soldiers, and B,
Imperial Japan.
Yep.
It didn't go back centuries though. People weren't.
No, I'm just
samurai weren't filleting people up.
I'm just talking
cooking
about
them.
World War II.
Yeah.
B,
But I'm just saying that was like a new thing for them.
apparently.
Newish.
Because it did go against like their, because they were a normal culture. No one eats people, right? So like it was taboo, obviously.
Before that, they were kind of dicks, but Imperial Japan took it to a whole nother level. Certainly.
Oh, they really, they glowed up their evil quite a bit.
We've talked about samurai culture. They were just thugs.
Murdering hobos to test your sword.
They were goons.
Yeah,
If you were lower class, they would just strike you down.
to test a new sword.
Yeah.
But it did be is this cannibalism did not happen solely because they didn't have other food to eat.
No, they had plenty of women's titties that they cut off.
That they
could have just cooked up.
But a lot of the instances of cannibalism that were recorded were not because of a lack of food. It was for other, like they didn't need to eat the people. They wanted to eat the people.
Psychological warfare.
Yes, and we're gonna get in to that now. So, Japanese ate Americans and other Allied soldiers on several recorded occasions, and while it wasn't what I would call widespread, it wasn't not widespread. And let me explain that. Historians estimate there's about 100 confirmed incidents based on declassified Allied documents and war crimes trials and survivor testimonies. But it was probably like more to quite a bit more because in 1944, the Japanese sent out an order to the whole army being like, stop eating people. It was prevalent enough that the army had to be like, stop eating human beings.
They had to do a directive order to the entire army.
Millions of people in the Japanese army. They were like, stop eating your goddamn enemies, you psychopaths.
What was the recruiting process like? Were they just getting a bunch of people out of prison?
The Japanese?
Yeah, was it Yakuza back then?
Fucking every man on the island. The Yakuza probably got out of it, honestly, if anything. But yeah, it was every 16-year-old and up on the fucking island.
I'm actually not familiar. When do you think the Yakuza started?
Great question. They were certainly around during World War II.
Would it be similar to the Italian mafia in America? Same time frame?
It says 17th century Japan.
Shit. They've been around a while.
Yeah, I think I read before that they really, they were already, a thing. But I mean, like the Sicilian mafia predates.
Yeah. The old country.
Yeah, they were already a thing, certainly. But I read that in post-war Japan, they really started bucking. Like they really started to flourish in the sort of lawless, rubble-filled country.
What was, I guess, their prohibition that ignited their rise? Because the Italian mafia in America doesn't really do their thing unless there's prohibition.
Yeah, prohibition took them to another level.
Yeah.
Certainly, they were around and they were doing stuff, but they're on Dago Hill in St. Louis and things of that nature. But it's a real name.
Getting hung in New Orleans.
Yeah, but I again, the Japanese, like a huge black market pops up after World War II because of the lack of supplies, the lack of infrastructure, the lack of who the fuck is in charge other than the Americans.
Right.
So them being the only like remotely standing system of like organized group of Japanese people after the war, I think helped them a lot. Mm-hmm. That's off the dome, so there could be wrong, but I believe that's roughly in the ballpark. So in some Japanese units, the cannibalization became normalized, with soldiers harvesting specific parts of enemy soldiers like livers, thighs, and even brains. So this is the story of, I think,
What's like their horrific unit?
Unit 731.
31.
So we get into that was not the only group that did that stuff, and we're going to get into one of them.
But they did a lot of war crimes
Oh, they
that
did
are documented.
nothing but war crimes, yeah. And we let them all off so that we could take the data.
Yeah.
What does an anthrax candy bar do to a Chinese 8-year-old? That's important to know, said Harry S. Truman.
I feel like we could have gotten that info and still executed all of them.
I know.
Just doesn't seem like it's a fair trade.
Or also, you would think that one American doctor would be like, what does it do? What do you think it does?
Yeah.
It kills them.
Immediately.
What else do you need to know? Were you planning on doing this?
Yeah, if you just throw a baby up into the air and you catch it with a bayonet, what will happen?
Science. So we're going to start with the Chichijima incident. This is Bush's incident. In the Bonin Islands between September and October 1944.
You're just doing this because you love HW.
I do like HW. I think he's one of the most underrated presidents of the last 50 years.
He will be exposed soon enough.
I don't think the Bushes were. Well, W was.
W's not.
No.
W's just chilling.
W. Look, he wasn't a good
Him
president.
and Dick Cheney were just doing it for
Yeah.
the love of the game.
I won't. I can't comment on Dick Cheney, but like W, not a good president, but like clearly a good dude.
Should have been the baseball commissioner.
He should have been.
That's what he was meant to be.
It truly was, and it's a shame as a baseball fan that we didn't get George W. Bush as the commissioner of baseball.
Yeah. Now we'll just paint.
So Chichijima, they were attacking this island. There was a key radio station there in the Bonin Islands. There were a bunch of Navy raids, air raids. In 1944, they were trying to take it out because it was, again, big communication hub, trying to fuck up the Japanese infrastructure. And 9 airmen flying Grumman TBF Avengers, which I think is like a sort of like a fighter bomber type. It's not like a big like flying fortress or like what you would think of like a 4-engine or 2-engine bomber. It looks more like a fighter plane, I believe. But they were shot down.
Pew pew.
By anti-aircraft fire.
That's exactly what it sounded like too.
Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, it's a torpedo bomber, but it's like a Stuka kind of, maybe. I don't know.
You're out of your depth.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it doesn't look, well, when people think World War II bomber, they immediately go to like Masters of the Sky or Air or whatever the fuck that show is.
Still haven't watched it.
It gets good.
I'm sure it's good.
Also, there's a guy in that show who I think should be the next Bond. I do not think it should be Jacob Elordi. I think it should be Callum Turner.
No one thinks it's going to be Jacob Elordi.
He's been getting a lot of press.
It's going to be Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Ugh, no. It needs to be Callum Turner. Callum Turner is number 1 with a bullet, and he's in that show. He's great in it. So 9 guys are shot down and parachute. Lieutenant George H.W. Bush's torpedo bomber was hit by anti-aircraft fire. His plane caught fire, but he managed to complete his mission. He got his load out, and he bailed out over the ocean and inflated his life raft.
Seems like a weird spot to jack off.
I don't think so. Combat Jack, that's totally normal. Did we ever ask Jack if he did that?
Yeah, he jacked off all the time.
Yeah.
Man. War. He said dudes would just be cranking it left and right.
He said he caught one guy cranking it in his seat in the armored vehicle, and he was mad.
There's only so much space.
I know.
I mean, you leave enough room when you take a shit, but nobody cares if you jack off in their spot.
It's just a load. You just stamp that into the ground.
Everyone's a hand when you're at war.
Everyone's a hand. So Bush's survival was like truly pure luck. He was somehow unseen and just floated away in the ocean. He was adrift for 4 hours before he was saved by the submarine, the USS Finback. The 8 other downed Americans.
The Finback just sounds like a slur.
Yeah. It sounds like, hear me out, if dolphins got super intelligent, Finback.
Goddamn Finback. Yeah, if they took over the town like in The Simpsons.
Yes. Yeah. These fucking
Finbacks everywhere.
Yeah. So the 8 other American airmen who got shot down, Not so lucky. They were captured by Japanese forces under Lieutenant General Yoshio Tachibana.
Nailed it.
Sometimes Japanese names are pretty easy phonetically. Mm-hmm. The Chinese are
But
way
you got to
worse.
put that Japanese spice on it.
Yoshio Tachibana.
Yes.
Yeah. These men were tortured and all executed, probably beheaded. At least 4 of them had their livers and other body parts eaten by Japanese officers in a form of ritualistic cannibalism because the Japanese believed the liver specifically would grant them strength.
How did that work, though? Was it to Baal or another god, another entity? Even though the emperor believed he was God. That was my
It
idea.
was for the emperor.
Okay, so they're just eating it for the emperor.
Well, it was partly for revenge, but partly they thought that the liver was like partly medicinal, like it was good to eat human liver, and you're not going to do your own guys. So, and then there was a bit of revenge to it too, like fuck you for bombing us, we're going to eat you.
Yeah.
The livers and other body parts were cooked with soy sauce and vegetables, so it was a traditional Japanese meal.
Human apparently tastes a lot like pork.
Long pig.
Yeah.
I saw a conspiracy video that the reason Jews and Muslims don't eat pigs.
It's because they think that the human soul that's lost goes to a pig.
Is it that
Because pigs have like human-like eyes.
yes,
and-
I thought it was. You might be right, but my memory of the reel that I watched was it was like they were like an offshoot of humanity, essentially. Like at some point they bred themselves into being pigs.
the human pig hybrids.
Yeah, and so those cultures had a memory of that, and they won't eat pork.
They're doing it in San Francisco. They're making the human pig hybrids. He might be right. I mean, he's been
You know
right.
what? If it's for organ transplants, I don't care. Let the freaks. Let the freaks.
I feel guilty eating pig now.
Why? I mean, they are super
They're
smart.
tasty, but
I'm
they are
actually
smart.
not a huge pork guy. I'm a little out on bacon.
I like all pork products except ham.
I do
Hate a honey baked ham.
do like
I don't know why. Everything else hits. Bacon, pulled pork.
Still like pulled pork a lot. I'm kind of over bacon.
You're just trying to be different.
No, I'm just a little over it. Pork chops are the right type of
Pork chops are delicious.
Still great.
I don't know. Honey baked ham just doesn't hit the same as the other pork products.
That's fair. Did you eat it a lot as a kid?
No, it was my last meal before I showed symptoms of Crohn's disease, though. So I might actually align my Crohn's disease with the last time I ate ham.
That's fair. Although there is actually a lot of pork products I still eat because basically every Italian meat, like Italian deli meat.
All the sausages, too.
Yeah.
Like a good pork sausage.
Oh, yeah. So, Japanese testimonies during the 1946 Guam war criminal trials revealed that the
The only thing we've ever done at Guam.
I think there was a battle there.
Yeah, but it's such a useless island. It's not even pretty.
It's there to launch airplanes.
It's
off of.
gross.
It's there to launch airplanes off of and refuel ships.
It's not Fiji.
No.
Certainly not.
American Samoa doesn't seem much better. Although that island
No.
might be beautiful, but we just like didn't.
We're just scooping up all these bad islands.
They're not bad. They're useful.
Find more useful islands that are still pretty.
Like Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why I have Hawaii too.
Hawaii's awesome.
It's useful as
It's
shit.
the best place on earth.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I
I
would.
was there for like 9 days. It was incredible.
It's literal paradise.
The weather was pristine.
Gets a little hot.
Wasn't that hot? Granted, it was December, but
I was there in November. Yeah, both times I was there in the winter actually. So, Vice Admiral Mori Kunizo commanded the Chichijima Air Base, and he was particularly of the belief that the liver had medicinal benefits. So he was like, "Yeah, boys, you get any pilots? Chop them up.
yeah.
Chop them up. That's medicine."
Eastern medicine's a little different.
Nope. And apparently
They
would,
probably thought it like brought fertility as well.
well, one of the things they thought too is that it brought them the strength of their vanquished enemies.
Mm-hmm. Get all that tea.
Yeah. So they had a couple weird beliefs about that.
Prove them wrong.
I guess I can't. I personally can't. I'd have to get a scientist.
I think you're afraid to eat other humans because you're afraid of how much you'll enjoy it. Vampire like you?
I did once.
Look how pale you are.
Yeah, I know. One time in the most Mexican HEB in the city, I was walking through, and a little Mexican girl looks up at me. She must have been 5. This is a completely true story. She's with her mom. She looks up at me with my dark hair and my pale skin, and she goes, "Vampiro."
Yeah. Listen, I did not adjust for me to have a warmer color balance on the cameras. We have the exact same.
I feel like this doesn't even look bad. I feel pretty good about the skin tone right now on YouTube.
Okay.
So
Yeah, whiter than it appears in camera.
yeah.
I'm blind.
This was also the cannibalism tended to be an act to build unit cohesion, kind of like we're all doing the worst thing possible together.
brotherhood.
We're just in it. We're just in it together.
That's why they all did it at Epstein's Island too.
You can't, yeah.
Everyone's got dirt on each other.
It's a Mexican standoff of horrible secrets.
That's how they get you.
Mutually assured destruction. They also did it to instill fearlessness in their troops. So, like, they did psychological warfare against the enemy, but they also did it for themselves to be like, look, man, what do you have to be afraid of anymore? You already did the worst fucking thing you can do.
It's really only psychological warfare if they're chomping on a leg like it's turkey in front of a U.S. soldier.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Just like at a Ren fair.
Yeah.
Eating a human leg.
We will get to that.
Chomping on it to the bone.
And then they also believed that it gave soldiers nerves of steel. And again, when they did this at Chichijima.
How high were they, though? Were they all gassed up on some type of meth?
You don't eat on meth, though.
Huh?
But you don't eat on meth. But I guess you're, like, mentally fucked up.
I'm sure you can eat human on meth.
Yeah.
Seems like the only time you would eat human.
I am actually not
Bath salts?
sure about what the Japanese were on.
Yeah, because Germans were all jacked up on, I think it was called
Start the P?
Perivian
Yeah.
or something.
Yes.
It was a meth pill.
Yeah. It's an amphetamine. So after the war, this incident gets brought up in the Guam War trials, but military and international law didn't really have a law about cannibalism.
They didn't think they had to write it in.
Right. They at no point foresaw that punitive cannibalism would be something they needed to make a law about.
Like, who was the last army to actually eat other armies?
For effect.
Right. Not out of necessity.
Right.
Not like, oh, we're starving, we're out of resources.
Yeah, plenty of armies have done that. Mm-hmm. I don't know any army off the top of my head that did it to fuck with their enemies. So yeah, they didn't even think to write it. They were like, why would we have to make a law about this? Why would we possibly have to waste 3 days writing all these laws? We're writing all these laws and we have to waste like 3 days a week working on a cannibal law.
Because they assume everyone that's fighting a war is still, in fact, a human being.
Right, which I think the Japanese...
I think we revoked that status from anybody that participated in Unit 731.
Yeah. And this wasn't Unit 731, by the way.
Right.
This was an average Joe Japanese unit on a random island. This was not some crazy special forces unit. This was not some crazy medical experimentation unit. These were GI Japanese Joes just on the island. This was essentially the equivalent of your grandpa in World War II, but they're Japanese. Just normal guys.
You're just working a fishing boat 4 years before.
Right. So of the 30 Japanese soldiers prosecuted for this, 4 officers were found guilty and hanged.
Listen, there's a reason we had to nuke them twice.
Make sure they're down.
Because they weren't going to admit defeat after one.
I don't think they were at all.
And honestly,
the more you learn about the Japanese in World War II, the more you're just like, there's nothing bad enough for them. There's nothing bad enough for them.
Right.
They will. It's like my life's mission to be like, did you know the Japanese were every bit as bad as the
But
Nazis?
now they're kind of like one of our greatest allies.
I know.
We nuked them into submission.
But, like, here's the thing, man. This could have been something that, like, Shohei Ohtani's grandpa was doing.
oh yeah. But you forget about those war crimes when he's hitting dingers.
When he's striking out 10 and hitting 3 homers in an NLCS game.
I forgive Japan for everything after that.
It's just...
Although he's on the Dodgers now, so maybe not.
It's annoying now.
Yeah. But it's still, I'm in awe.
Yeah. Yeah. All the enlisted men were released after 8 years. In one U.S. report, just from New Guinea, which was nearby, an American soldier's mutilated body was found near a Japanese bunker with a stew pot containing a human-sized heart and liver. So they were finding these things everywhere. Don't
want to waste any body part.
It wasn't like it wasn't like it happened 100,000 times, but it might have happened like 10,000 times. Like truly, like we have 100 recorded incidents. But again, my main piece of evidence that this was quite a bit more pervasive than even people think is just that you don't send out an order to like 5 million people to stop doing something.
If it's only been done 5 times.
Right,
so.
right.
You maybe talk to somebody. Be like, hey, here's a stern talking to. Don't eat people.
You got to think there are other dudes in the Japanese army too that were like, "What?
Why am I getting this?"
Yeah, what they mail us today?"
Yeah, an apartment complex sends kind of a site-wide email about a specific issue. And you're like, "What? Who the fuck did that?"
Yeah, right. Please stop opening your butthole over the sprinklers right before they pop up out of the ground.
Yeah.
You're like, who? What? How often does this happen?
But that's oddly specific.
Yeah,
Maybe just address the one person.
Like, unless it's not just
It's all of them.
right.
It's all of us.
There's a dozen people doing it. The next one, and this one is the one that's
Well, they don't have bidets here.
fair enough.
So a couple of Europeans live here. They want to live a life of luxury. You go to the sprinklers outside.
They get scrappy, yeah. This next one is the unit. It's not Unit 731, so it wasn't only Unit 731 doing this. This is another
Yeah,
example.
apparently all of this is just not Unit 731. So
Nothing in this episode
Continue.
is Unit 731. So this is the Kyushu vivisections and cannibalism that happened between May and June of 1945.
late in the game.
Late in the game, we were bombing the shit out of Japan. On May 5th,
Are you sure they weren't desperate?
Yes.
They had food.
Every single one of these recorded instances that I used were when they had food.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but
Why?
I suppose not.
Why?
I don't know, just because I believe in humanity and there's no way you cross this line unless it's absolutely necessary.
Okay, well, it's already been shown in the first one that it wasn't necessary.
Okay.
They just did it anyway. I wanted to eat George Bush.
It might be a better world if they ate HW.
How dare you?
A lot of wars would have been prevented. Just kidding. Somebody else would have done it.
Yeah, he's just a suit.
Just a guy.
He's just a guy. So, multiple, on May 5th, 1945, multiple B-29 bombers.
Even though HW was in charge of intelligence.
Don't worry about it.
A lot of shitty stuff he did.
Don't worry about it. Great president.
Was he? I mean, the 90s were okay, I suppose.
I will say this, and I don't know everything about George Bush, but in terms of foreign policy, he just stuck to landing so hard that it's incredible to even fathom. Like, the Soviet Union falls and nothing bad happens immediately afterwards.
One term.
That was
Couldn't win over the American population.
That was Ross Perot's fault.
You can't be blaming a third party.
That one you can.
It's a joke.
That
You're unserious.
That he literally swung the election.
You're unserious.
If
you're getting taken down by Ross Perot.
He only took votes from Bush. It's crazy that the America was even yeah. But I don't know. It'd been 12 years of Reaganite Republicans, so I think they were just fuck it.
Yeah.
So multiple B-29s targeted the Tachiarai air base in Kyushu, Japan, and on Kyushu, which is Japan's southernmost main island. One B-29, commanded by Lieutenant Marvin Watkins, was hit in midair by a Japanese kamikaze plane. They weren't just ramming boats. The plane
In the plane?
rammed into their B-29, and about a dozen people parachuted from the flaming aircraft, according to observers. Probably other planes, not like other bombers.
So I imagine they were going the same way and they just kind of sideswiped them.
Or they came in from above. Who knows? But yeah, the Japanese plane came in and just crashed.
Because a head-on collision, I feel like, boom, ain't no time to parachute out.
No. That's just you're wrecking the whole plane. Yeah, I think it just kind of he clipped him or something, but it was enough time for them to bail out. Several of the airmen in the plane died basically immediately upon landing. One, I think his parachute didn't work, like the cords broke.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Another one got to the ground. I think he fought off a few people, but then he had one bullet left and was like, nope.
Took it to the dome.
Blew his brains out. He was like, I've heard plenty of stories at this point about what the Japanese do to prisoners. He probably didn't even know about the eating, but he was just like, I am not getting taken prisoner. Blew his brains out. And then at least 2 were stabbed or beaten or shot to death by either Japanese captors or just like local civilians who were like, fuck these guys who are lighting all our cities on fire. Let's kill them. But somewhere between 9 and 11 crew members survived the crash.
Never forget.
And were captured by the Japanese. And the captives were, of course, had the shit beat out of them because they hated the bombing crews especially. They didn't know what to do with them for a minute, so a military doctor and a colonel from a local regiment decided, let's use the prisoners for medical experiments. You know, it'll cost too much to feed them and shit. So let's just do experiments on. Let's do science on them.
Yeah, and we're thankful for their sacrifice. We uncovered so many things.
There was one airman who escaped this fate. The captain of the commander of the plane, Marvin Watkins, he was taken away from the unit and sent to Tokyo for interrogation. He was still tortured and everything, but he did survive the war.
And he gets to chill in Tokyo.
I don't know if he was chilling.
Just chilling in Tokyo. Tokyo is better than the jungles.
It's better than where the rest of his crew went.
Yeah.
So they transferred. The other 8 airmen were transferred to Kyushu University's medical school and to the faculty for surgical experiments.
Highly regarded school, or
It doesn't, they think outside the box there.
be sweet if like it's their Harvard. World War II, FDR just sends a bunch of Japanese Americans to Harvard to be experimented on.
He's just like, cut off their feet and see what happens.
University of Pennsylvania uncovered you cannot inject a Japanese man with this amount of heroin.
It seems the average Japanese man can take only 8 ounces of heroin before
Anymore,
he dies.
he starts to convulse.
This knowledge is useful. We have it now.
And he chokes on his vomit.
Right. Great, dude.
Unless you turn him over.
Which we did not. So,
You got to let it play out.
yeah. They immediately just start cutting these guys open. They'll bring them into surgery rooms and stuff like that. They rarely had enough or any anesthesia. So the victims were conscious while this was happening. Mm-hmm. They conducted the experiments to test surgical techniques and also just like the human response to having your lung pulled out.
Sure, we needed that info. I guess it's useful for lung transplants.
There were no controls. There was no A/B testing it again. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, all right, let's cut out his lung.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, see what happens. A lot of these took place in the university's operating theater. So there's an operating room and then above it there's just like bleachers, like in Seinfeld when he drops the junior mint into the
it's spectacle.
Yeah.
It's their bread and circus.
So one
Baseball hadn't made it over there yet.
it had, but
Yeah, no.
one airman He was the first victim, Teddy Ponska, something Polish, I don't know. Under only partial sedation, surgeons removed...
Poor guy.
I know.
This poor guy. I don't even know his fucking name.
I mean, I know it. I can't say it. Ponska.
He will not live in Coco-verse because he didn't get his name right.
Yeah. He had his lung cut out for nothing. He was only partially sedated, and again, like I said, surgeons just took out his lung. They wanted to see how it would affect the respiratory system.
At least they gave him partial sedation.
Yeah, but I just like that that's the idea. They're like, I wonder what would happen to his breathing if we took one of the lungs away. It's gonna
the
get
other one
worse.
work really harder.
Yeah, it's going to get worse, you assholes. What do you think? And then at one point, they operated on him again, and the surgeon, Taro Torisu, just like reached in and like with his hand just like stopped his heart.
Yeah. Honestly, I thank these Japanese doctors because without these experiments, my dad at the University of Pennsylvania doesn't get his lung transplant from a Japanese man.
What did we learn?
The Japanese doctor did it. He's highly regarded. Don't remember his name. But now my dad's been alive for 5 years.
Wow.
Because of probably this guy's sacrifice.
Maybe Teddy saved him.
So, no, I mean, they figured out all the lung trip-ups.
We figured out all the wrong ways to do it.
And then, he learned this knowledge over in Japan, came over to America to work at UPenn. And now, he did a transplant on my dad.
Happy for your dad.
I think it was like Yokomoto. Sounds right.
I mean, he probably learned from the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he wasn't there.
Right.
He wasn't that old.
Right.
But that knowledge was passed down.
To him by these Japanese.
So in an indirect way, they kind of saved my dad's life.
We salute you.
Who's the real Hitler of the episode? Rob, for blaming him.
Another experiment that all 8 of the victims had to undergo was they just injected them with seawater.
Why not? I'm sure salt water is good for you.
They wanted to see if it was a decent substitute for saline, like sterile saline.
Was it not?
It was not, no. And Ponska bled to death during that. He actually, the lung thing didn't kill him.
Did they not believe in experimenting with rats or like working their way up to humans?
Yeah, I guess not. Why? If you have if you have a free human, why bother with the
I guess
monkey?
they probably considered us rats at some degree.
That's also a serious possibility. They would drill holes into the skulls, and small brain sections would be removed to study epilepsy and stuff like that. They forgot to write most of it down, though.
Well, that was just like a religious thing over there, too, right? Didn't Jake do an episode about Japanese cults that like drilled a hole in their head?
Was that Japanese?
I think it was Japanese.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Could be mixing 2 stories together.
Yeah,
but there was definitely a cult that drilled holes in heads.
There was. I do remember doing that episode, and I do think it was under the guise of like Eastern medicine. Mm-hmm. At the end of all of this, there were reports that several of the experimenters, doctors or whomever, took the livers of at least one victim and had a little dinner party with it to celebrate the end of their experiments.
I don't know if I've ever eaten liver, just in general.
Have you had pate?
No.
You never had like...
I thought liver was going to be more prevalent in my life because of the show Doug.
Yeah.
Liver and onions, they had every fucking meal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never encountered liver on a menu.
Just pate. Pate is the only liver I've eaten regularly.
Is that like... How do they prepare that?
It's like spreadable meat.
Okay.
You probably have had pate.
Probably not. I don't just dive into spreads.
Have you had Braunschweiger?
No.
Oh, that's liver.
No.
You ever had a Braunschweiger sandwich?
No.
That's good. I loved it when I was a kid. The party allegedly took place June 3rd, 1945, just a day after the final vivisection. Historians speculate it was like an informal gathering among the doctors and staff, again, like I said, to celebrate. There was either one liver or multiple livers. Now, it's not totally corroborated, but obviously...
For the sake of the show, it's just more entertaining if we go with it.
It's well within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
and I think they did it.
Whenever I come across something in my research and it's like many historians dispute this, I ignore that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this makes the story better.
Yes.
Why would I ignore that?
I also it's completely plausible. And essentially, the reason it's not corroborated is because when these people were prosecuted after the war, that was one of the charges. But like their defense attorney, who was also an American, by the way, was just like, there's no fucking evidence for this. It's all witness testimony. And one guy admitted to it, but said he was coerced into admitting to it. And essentially the prosecutors were like, well, fuck it. We know for sure that they cut open 8 American soldiers. I guess we don't need the cannibalism charge to get them in jail for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, go for the lesser charge. It'll stick.
Right. They had what they had. They didn't bother with it because they had harder evidence for the other stuff. Of the 30 defendants, 23 were convicted on vivisection charges. There were 5 death sentences, 4 life sentences, and 14 shorter sentences. All of the sentences, from the death sentences to the lesser sentences, were commuted in 1950 by General Douglas MacArthur in the middle of the Korean War.
You motherfucker.
I guess because he was busy. So he was like, dude, fuck it. What
was Japan's role in the Korean War?
I don't think they put many troops in, but they were certainly
Did they help us a little bit?
Very important staging area. Okay. All of our shit went through Japan, for sure. We owned it, basically.
Well, I know we've rebuilt their railroads, ironically.
We rebuilt everything.
Yeah. Now they have all the best high-speed trains and tech.
Yeah.
We did that.
You're welcome. We won't do it here.
Can't do it here.
No.
There's just no way.
No.
How could we?
It's too hard.
Too big.
So the last one...
Even though Japan's massive.
Yeah. The last one, this is the gnarliest one. It didn't happen to Americans, but it did happen to Allied soldiers, and it's a good time. In Borneo, the Sandakan POW camp and death marches between 1944 and 1945 saw quite a bit of human eating on the part of the Japanese. This POW camp was initially set up to make Allied POWs, mostly Australian and British.
Oi.
I don't want to do that. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. I don't want to be eaten. They were used as slave labor, the POWs, essentially. They were building a military airfield near the town. It was a strategic refueling point for Japanese aircraft, so they used the POWs as slaves to build the airfield. As the Allies closed in 1944, they destroyed the airfield with bombing runs, and Japanese commanders were like, fuck, dude, they're going to get here soon, and we don't really want them to have their POWs back. Good bargaining chip, great slaves. We got to keep them. So...
It'd be really fucked up if they did these death marches, but it was only for Native American soldiers.
Everyone else would get to hang out.
They just really knew their history with the Trail of Tears.
You'll survive it. You've done it before.
All you wind talkers, let's go.
So I look like a nip. It's the worst line in film history. Like the worst line. No, you don't. And they'll know immediately.
I was going to do like a racial slur and say, ate my baby. Like a dingo ate my baby. When you did the Aussie accent, but I passed it.
Yeah.
You got the nip in, though.
I did. It sounds worse until you remember that Japanese call their island Nippon. So to me, it's like Brit, but I guess it was a slur. But either way, it's a line from the movie Wind Talkers.
I leave the Japanese slurs to Clint Eastwood.
In
Gran Torino.
Yeah. Were they even Japanese? Was there a single Japanese like character in that movie?
In Detroit, hard to say.
No, but weren't they Korean or something?
I think they were. But you kind of group everyone together when you're old.
He does, certainly. He was in Korea. So the camp was evacuated in 1945. The POWs were made to go on a series of 3 death marches. The survivors were taken inland about 160 miles through dense jungle. POWs were obviously forced to carry all the heavy loads, including Japanese supplies. This despite the fact that they were completely malnourished and barely getting fed. By the end of the war, out of about 2,400 people who were at this POW camp, 6 survived. It's probably, I mean, it was a near 100% fatality rate. It was certainly the worst thing that happened to Australians.
You just said 6 survive. It's not 100%.
I said nearly 100%. So these death marches heavily featured cannibalism, both because the Japanese were trying to fuck with their prisoners to make sure nobody tried anything, and also because, again, they had food. The Japanese did. They were just sick fucks at that point. Like, they were like Danny McBride and This Is the End. You know what I mean? They were just like, dude, fuck it. We're cannibals now. Like, the world's ending. We're cannibals now. Fuck it. Well, let's just go full villain mode. Let's just go full evil. We don't give a shit.
Now, did the prisoners eat each other as well?
No, not to my knowledge.
Or forced to? I've always wondered with the Holocaust and the concentration camps if some of the Jewish prisoners got desperate enough that they ate each other.
Probably happened. It would be impossible to rule that out.
Right. There has to be documentation of that.
Even if there isn't, to say it happened 0 times in a time when people were starving and desperate, somebody did it. I don't blame them unless they murdered the person to do it.
Right. Well, you need, somebody croaks, they die, you got to cook them up pretty quick.
Real. It's not good meat.
Before the meat gets spoiled.
Yeah, it's not good meat. Like, if you saw your steak right before it was slaughtered and it was like a cow that was just like, just like some malnourished, like labored breathing. You're like, I'll just have the Caesar salad. Think I'm good. Think I'm good on that cow.
What's the Caesar salad in this situation? For the Holocaust?
Jungle leaves. Yeah. Oh, for the Holocaust? Grass. I guess I don't fucking know. So the cannibalism on these marches, again, the Japanese did not need to do it. They were just going full Danny McBride, and This Is the End. Just like, haha, fuck it. It's the end of the world. We're fucking cannibals
You just
now.
watched that movie?
No.
Okay.
It's just the perfect example to me. Like, because he literally just pops out and he goes, yo, what's up? We're cannibals now.
I saw that in theaters. I don't remember it very well.
Okay.
It's been a while. It's been over a decade.
It's the same scene where he talks about how Channing Tatum is his gimp.
Gotcha. I know it's on Netflix, I think, so I was like, he must have just watched it.
No, I haven't seen it in a while.
Gotcha.
Well,
fresh in the brain.
That scene is fresh in the brain because I probably watched that YouTube clip like a week or two ago.
Nah.
But the movie as a whole, no. So, again, this was not due to hunger, or at least not solely to hunger. It was often ordered by officers to fuck with the prisoners, and it involved both dead and living victims. Guards began first eating dead POWs, bodies of people who died from disease or beatings. They butchered them up, ate them, cooked them in mess pots, and ate them in front. Cooked them and ate them in front of the other POWs. I guess the Japanese did start with not the POWs, but then they were like, dude, fuck these guys, and just started eating them. The guards would first, every day, they would just find, like, the sickest guy holding up the whole line, barely walk, and just kill him, bayonet him, not going to waste a bullet on him, bayonet him, and then carve him up, cook him.
He's a kebab.
Eat him. However, this sort of proved to be a little inefficient unless they were like totally on death's doorstep, because it's hot, it's humid, you don't have salt. The meat's just not going to keep if you slaughter the whole body.
Right. So you just cut them off piece by piece.
Yeah, that's what they started doing. They would start tying POWs to trees, cut a leg off.
Okay.
And then that person for the next couple days would be their walking meat storage. And like, they stop for the day, time to a tree again. Let's chop off an arm. Gonna eat an arm today.
Gotta think you're starting with arms because legs, they at least will be able to walk.
Yeah.
You don't want to inconvenience yourself.
100%. So they would essentially have these
ears, maybe a nose, arms. Don't need the arms. Some cheek. I mean, you can cut some shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Ass. Well, ass might hurt the walking. Ass and legs would probably last.
But I imagine it'd be tender, good meat if it's the shoulder, because that's what pork butt is, right?
Yeah.
Shoulder meat.
100%. So they would essentially just cut a piece off every day of these guys, but keep them alive so that the rest of the meat would still be fresh. And they could cut off another piece the next day until that guy was fucking dead. Rinse and repeat with a shit ton. And again, 6 people survived out of the thousands of people on these death marches. Hearts and livers were removed and eaten raw or cooked for, quote unquote, again, medicinal benefits. This constantly happened in front of other POWs. They would literally turkey leg it, like you said earlier, in front of the other POWs to be like, want to try and run? You want to try and grab my rifle? Look at this. That wouldn't sway me, though. That would actually inspire me more to either go down swinging or get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's not going to mentally defeat me. That's just going to inspire me to take a swing.
Yeah, because
Take a full hack.
Hope is the only thing that would keep you from rebelling, right? Like, maybe I can just keep my head down.
And desperation.
Yeah. Like, maybe I can just keep my head down and get through this. But if they're just using a guy as a rotisserie chicken.
If you're being a dick, it's going to motivate me. That's how you motivate an American. Pettiness.
Well, these were Aussies.
That's how you motivate. I mean, if there's ever a group of people that need to be inspired, it's Aussies.
I think out of the entire Anglo world, Australians are the most similar to Americans.
They're our lazy cousin.
Yeah.
They don't have any drive or ambition. That's why they hang out down under.
But they're rough and tumbles.
They are. I mean, they'll get into a scrap. But they love to drink. They love to fight. They don't really like doing anything else.
No. That's my favorite thing about Austin when you go out, which I don't anymore.
There's so many Aussies.
You run into Australians. This is like a popular vacation spot for Australians.
Because all they know about America is like New York, LA, and Texas.
Pretty much.
They're like, we'll go to Texas.
Cowboys. I did meet a couple Aussies in New Orleans too once.
Okay.
They were there. I think they knew enough about that to be like, oh, this guy used to see New Orleans. Huh? Can't do it right now. I don't know the Aussie in me right now.
Oh, baby, ate my dingo.
Yeah.
I know I did it wrong.
It's okay.
No, I mean, that was on purpose.
A baby ate my... So, a lot of times when a POW would die too, the Japanese were like, oh, cool, meat. We don't have to chop off Rick's arm today. We can keep that meat fresh for tomorrow. So they'd chop that guy up. They'd eat some of it. But, you don't eat so much in a day. You don't have so much barbecue. You get full. You get the itis. You got to keep marching. It's hard. So they would put it into packs, put it into their supply packs. And as I mentioned earlier, they were not the ones carrying the supply packs. So all of a sudden, you're carrying your friend Steve's meat for your horrific captors to eat later.
Just make them a jerky or something. Easier to carry in packs.
You got the fire. You can smoke it.
You dry it out. It's a whole process.
Yeah.
Probably takes a little longer.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're going to be able to carry more.
Also true. Shrinks it up. Makes it better. Surviving POWs, all 6 of them, also said they witnessed guards eating the brains of freshly killed victims, often in front of...
Steal their memories.
Often in front of the other POWs to fuck with them. So they'd just be like pulling a brain out of a guy's skull while other POWs are watching to be like, yeah.
That'd be kind of sweet, though, if you bested somebody and ate their brains. You got all their knowledge.
That's how it should work.
It should work that way.
I don't know why it doesn't.
You eat someone's brains, all of a sudden you can speak 4 different languages.
You know what their wife looks like naked?
Oh. You know how to please her. She's a widow.
Well, maybe.
She's freshly a widow.
Yeah.
You know all the right moves to lock her down.
Know everything to say to her.
Yeah. be like, what? How do you know that?
Wow, it's like
That is my favorite flower.
yeah, it's like fate that you were sent here. No,
Oh no, I killed and ate your husband,
his brain specifically.
and now I know the key to your heart.
And the guards would often brag to the other POWs, like, "Hey, I ate your buddy. He tastes like shit."
Don't worry, Rob. When you die, I won't eat you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Definitely not your brains. Don't want your brains. Have no use for your brain.
Wow. Okay. You want all these history facts up there? I hope you eat my brain and it gives you my ADD.
Don't need that. Although would that just balance out the autism?
Maybe.
Who knows?
You get normal.
I'm just, yeah. When people talk about speedballs, they just like do a shit ton of weed, shit ton of coke. They're back to normal. It's like, why aren't you just not doing anything?
It's so much work to
Yeah,
do
it's a lot of money for
to get nowhere.
the same effect of being sober.
It's like sprinting in a circle. What's the point?
Yeah, heroin and coke. Okay, I guess.
Sure. But yeah, that is the stories I have today. And again, like I said, there were a fair amount of, and these weren't even all the ones, but it was about an hour's worth. There were a fair amount of stories about Japanese cannibalism. Most of it, though, went unrecorded because why would it? The evidence isn't really there. You just ate a guy and then buried him. There's probably no witnesses to most of it. But to me, the most damning thing is that the Japanese army had to send out a whole ass order to everyone to be like, stop eating people.
More serial killers should eat people. Seems like an easy way to dispose of the body.
I think it's not. It's like 180 to 250 pounds of meat. Or I guess if you're killing women, like 100 to 130.
Put it in the freezer. You're good for the winter.
That's keeping the evidence at that point.
Eventually, though, no trace. Unless they start doing going through your sewer system and finding fecal matter.
Yeah, they could probably test your shit for human remains, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Actually, the easiest way is to just live in the Everglades and you just throw bodies for the alligators to chomp on.
Oh, they'll never find anything. No.
Or, of course, you feed them to the pigs.
That too. Those pigs will take it down.
Bring it full circle.
Real fucking fast. But yeah, that's my episode today on how the Japanese ate Allied soldiers in World War II, and not because they were hungry.
But they wanted to send a message.
Yeah. And that message was something everyone already knew. We're crazy. There was another thing, like I just got like random tidbits of stuff too in this episode that weren't with cannibalism, but just like showed how fucking wild the Japanese were. Like there were reports of like American sailors on ships that were getting kamikaze bombed. Mm-hmm. And like there were reports of like sailors looking up and seeing like the kamikaze pilot like waving at them as they were coming straight fucking down at the ship.
Why not? It's like everybody that owns a Jeep. They have that little Jeep wave.
Yeah. Put a little duck in your...
And then they ram another car.
And then the Jeep owner gets out and vouches... The other Jeep owner gets out and vouches that it was the Subaru driver's fault.
It always was. Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be a Subaru, it's going to be a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
We know lesbians can't drive.
I think lesbians love Wranglers too, though.
A Subaru is typically the joke.
I know.
It's actually a joke my mom told me. It's one of the first jokes I heard when I was a child. She's like, yeah, the only people that drive Subarus are lesbians.
That's pretty accurate. I wish I was like a billionaire so I could just troll like lesbian friends.
Boosh drives a Subaru. He's a lesbian.
Yeah, well, he kind of has a lesbian haircut.
He did. Yeah.
I don't know if he still does.
No, you've seen him since he cut his mullet off.
Yeah, true. And he has sex with a woman. Real lesbian behavior.
Very lesbian.
Yeah.
And he doesn't use his penis.
It's
all strapped.
A lot of smoke on that. A lot of smoke on Boosh. Haircut, Subaru, fucks a woman. Yeah, lesbian.
Lesbian.
That's all I got for today. What'd you learn?
I learned you're down bad. You got a big gulp right now full of tequila.
Yeah.
And it's because you had to spew out this horrific information.
I mean, I have a big gulp full of tequila because I don't want to refill it in the middle of the episode. If I'm drinking beer, I can just crack a fucking beer.
You have a big gulp full of tequila because you have an alcohol problem, and that's fine.
I don't have an alcohol
That's
problem.
fine.
I have an alcohol hobby.
You're coming up on 40 this week.
Yeah, in fact,
Say happy birthday to Rob
You-
for everybody at home.
you have to wish me happy birthday on the.
In the comments, just tell Rob happy birthday.
Thank you. Well,
Help us with the algorithm.
the Patreon episode we're recording in 5 minutes will come out on my birthday.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Thanks, buddy. Turn 40. Feel great. I feel very healthy.
You're having a midlife crisis, and it shows.
I just started like actually exercising again, not going for the odd run. And
Why are you running? Who are you running from? What problems?
all of them. Just 40. Really.
Running's pointless. You gonna start doing like ultra marathons?
No, I just
your
like
40s?
I like running. I want to run because I'm going to start getting into tennis leagues again. I can't
You're
get
gonna
run
hurt
off.
your knees.
Can't get run off the court in the first set. Well, I'm running on treadmills now.
I'll play tennis with you.
Okay.
I've never really played tennis. I've played tennis like 5 times in my life. I still think I can compete.
Oh, you certainly can't.
I was taught by my Hungarian roommate in college.
This would be your best opportunity of the last 10 years because I'm in the worst conditioning shape I've ever been in.
Okay.
But you won't. You're not going to get any first serves in. You're going to try to hit it hard. You're eventually going to have to lob it, and I'm just going to smash a fucking backhand.
Dude, what if I have the serve of an Adonis?
You don't.
Like an Andy
I'm sure
Roddick
you.
serve?
I'm sure you can hit it hard. You're not getting it in.
I'll get it in, dude. It's just form. How hard is that? It's
Yeah.
like my golf swing. Once I get it down, it's over for you, dog.
Just 4 hours is that. You say the same thing about golf.
I just said that.
Yeah. How hard is golf? Not very.
Sometimes it feels like it's not that hard. Other times it feels really hard. We're going to get it together, though. We're going to break 80 at some point during this unemployment phase. I've done it several times. It's attainable. The game's there. I just got to put my mind to it.
Got to get it all together in the same team.
Yeah, it's the putt in. It's really the fucking anything inside 30, 40 yards right now is killing me. I'll drive it 310 and have 40 yards, and I'll hit a green in regulation, but it'd be like 50 feet, not 4 feet.
So that sounds fixable. Don't drive it 300 yards. Don't put it within 40. Put it within 80, and then
No,
it sounds like you're better from 80 than 40.
it's better from 40. We just got to figure out the 40.
Okay, all right,
We'll get there.
fair enough.
Anyway.
Who's today's Hitler?
Today's Hitler, I'm gonna say, isn't the Japanese actually,
Okay,
because they saved my dad's life
fair enough.
in a roundabout way.
Is it George Bush for abandoning his comrades?
Yeah, I think it's HW staying alive
Okay,
because of all the terrible things he did around the world through the Central Intelligence Agency.
if he had any honor, he'd have been eaten.
Yeah, go down with the ship. Body. Head body.
That's all I got for today on Japanese eating people for fun, basically, in World War II.
Yeah. So like I said, go wish Rob a happy birthday in the comments on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Leave comments. Leave a review on Apple and Spotify, please and thank you. That'll really help us, especially if you leave a review on Apple. It's just fun to read. Maybe in the next couple weeks, if we have a bunch of new reviews, we'll read those aloud at the end of the episode next week or the week after. And yeah, check out Patreon, patreon.com/softcorehistory. 2 additional episodes every week on the lower tier. Go higher tier for the sports. Doing an episode on Vlad that'll drop Wednesday. And then whatever Rob's feeling for the Friday episode, plus the 4-year evergreen back catalog that has so many episodes. So many episodes.
It's an insane amount of episodes.
So it's going to be hard to run through them all in a conservative amount of time.
I mean, you could just subscribe for 6 months and you would have content every day.
And it just keeps building because
Yeah.
every week you're getting 2 more episodes like this.
Yep.
And we're going to keep on chugging, keep on doing this.
We don't stop.
Subscribe to the Patreon if you haven't already for Rob's birthday. Nice little birthday gift.
That is a nice birthday gift. Subscribe to the Patreon and say happy birthday.
Give somebody else if you're a Patreon member The gift of Patreon.
The gift of us.
The gift of us. You really need to help her out with this midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Also, I'm unemployed, so that would help too.
Yeah. I hope it's midlife.
You don't want to live to 120?
No, I was going the opposite. I don't want to die at like 60.
Okay. But like, no, it could be like a quarter life. You're living to 160.
I mean, based on my grandparents and my parents, like 70 is no problem.
They told us all we got to do is get to 2035 and we'll be immortal.
Hell yeah, let's
Well,
go.
probably the rich elite, yes.
No, we have to get to
Peons.
2045.
We're peasants. Yeah, we'll find some like ghetto rigged version of immortality.
Yeah. We are not getting it in 2035, but 2045, 2055?
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, we're good to go. That's how long we have to make it.
And we will. We'll persevere.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do this show forever if we have to.
There'll be more history to do.
Keep us building every year.
Yeah, tune in 2048 for our recap of the Trump presidencies.
We'll be objective.
Yeah.
We'll have that 10,000-foot view.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to cover it now. It's stupid.
No, it's horrible.
I don't give a shit
Why would
about it
we?
now.
In too deep.
Too close to the elephant.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got.
And how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time in 2048.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Subscribe.
Yeah. For Dan Regester, I'm Rob Fox.
You just got soft served.